NFL fans, thanks for joining us for another late night, Monday night episode of the No Cap Recap. Here with some of the homies. Well, three of the four. Got my boy, my homie Pay in the building. Pay, what's happening, man?
What's crack-a-lacking, man? Oh, shit, that's G's. That's G's catchphrase. My bad, G. That's copyright infringement. What's happening, Tate?
Yeah.
Not too much, man. Just looking at the tail end of this terrible Monday Night Football game, man. I bet at some point the people that make the NFL schedules and decide who will get the primetime games thought Packers at Saints in week 16 look like a good game. But
no, the Saints were going to be good. No.
Hey, the Saints had us all fooled, man. 2 weeks into the season.
Only because they beat up on the Cowboys.
Yeah, that might be the reason. That might be the reason. Big G, what's good? Back from Wi-Fi Matrix. You've been hanging out with the Matrix Wi-Fi people, man.
Hey, man. Spectrum, man, has issues, dog.
Now, see, you be putting that on Netflix and other streaming services, but okay, I'll go ahead and listen to you about Spectrum.
They got issues, man. I mean, but I can't control them, man. You can only control what you can control.
All you can do is pay your bill and get it. Would you say that? Yeah. What it is, man, there's a little battle up here between Verizon and Spectrum. And they trying to figure out who's going to take the territory. Because honestly, if I live like 7 blocks in the other direction, I could get Verizon wireless. But can't get it. Can't get it. I love Verizon, man. I've had it for about, ever since when I first got married, a little before that. That was 16 years ago almost. So I had it for a minute, man. But
this Cold Open was brought to you by Verizon. Find Verizon in all their holiday specials at your nearest cell phone store.
Yeah, the Verizon store, or even go online to Verizon Fios. Ain't that what it is, Big G? That's what it is here for cable. Yep. Verizon Fios.
Yep. And then we need a sponsorship from Verizon. Give us some bread, bro. You all on our commercial.
90 seconds on Verizon.
Mm-hmm. All right, hey, I need some bread from Verizon. They need me some money.
But hey, man, let's tap right into it, man. Green Bay just scored another touchdown. It's like they're gonna go up 34-0. It's so bad now. They put Malik Willis in to lead the offense, and they just got a touchdown, 3-yard touchdown run by Wilson, number 31. He's some backup. Don't know him.
He's the third string.
Third string? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he the one got the touchdown. Ruined Josh Jacobs' fantasy owner, Big G.
Not me. Yeah. Not me. In my other league, championship game. Not in our league, but in our league. And I messed it up myself, but I'm in the championship game. Josh Jacobs still ended up with about 20 points. Well, I'm all good.
Hey, Pay in the championship game in our league, the ones we all in. Mm-hmm. And I just lost yesterday. I got murder showed yesterday. I mean, my quarterback is Jalen Hurts. He got hurt, but even that wasn't gonna help me. If he had a 40-point game, it won't help me. I think that's the first time somebody in our league got 200 this year, man. I know it's been a few games close. Somebody got 200. You didn't pay.
Fine yourself. Yeah, you about to get the big fine over there.
No, it's happened a few times this season.
Okay, yeah. Well, I never got it. But yeah, so shout out to Pay and Road to Glory, Kevin. They both make the championship round. They've already been sent their second place finishes. Now the rest of the bread go to the champion. I told Kevin I'm going for him because I can't have Pay be a 3-time champion.
Wow.
Straight.
Wow.
Straight. Hey, I'm keeping it 100 with you, keeping it a buck. I'm saying what I said. I'm rooting for my brother-in-law.
Yeah, I understand it. Pay with 3 belts is going to be just unbelievable.
Yeah, he already put the Rock in the live chat. I mean, in our chat and stuff like that, man. Look at the belt, like he's somebody.
I scored 200 in week 9.
Did you?
And guess who it was on?
Wasn't me, but it might have been because I had the most points scored against me. So
it was a Kevin, not that Kevin.
Oh, it was not him or me.
It was him.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, he bust
208 to be exact.
Oh, so that's the highest. He got 204, I think 205. Okay.
I smoked my draft, man.
Yes.
Same position. I should have took Saquon Barkley, and I would have been a double up and got Derrick Henry. Now we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Because you got Derrick Henry in the second round.
No, I would have got in our league. In our league, I was in position where I would have got Derrick. I would have took Saquon first and Derrick when it came back around. That's what I should have done. But I took Breece Hall and Josh Jacobs.
Which I wouldn't have took Breece Hall. He ain't improved. I took Josh Jacobs in the second round though. But
he wasn't a bad back, but it is what it is.
Let's go ahead and get this party started, man. Big G. Afton, what's happening? I also got to shout out some of the people in the live chat, but I only see Afton that's commented. So, Afton, our chat general, you know how we show you love and respect. Double salutes. Go ahead, Big G. Here's the double salute.
No way.
A double salute. Not both ways.
No way. I'm not even going down that path, man. I ain't got enough energy. I ain't got enough. I'm tired, man.
I heard how you get tired so much. That wrist action. You gotta relax.
I'm tired from traveling all across the United States of America, man. I'm tired, man.
Get you some electrolytes, G.
Yeah, you know what? I was about to give up a new sponsorship, but I ain't gonna say it, man.
Exactly.
But after we get off air, I'm gonna tell you about this stuff I tried, Pay, and it's really good, man. Like I'm serious. Like it's healthy. It's really good. I'll help you to it, man. You might already know about it.
Cocaine?
No.
He said healthy.
No, it's healthy. It's healthy for you.
Well, somebody said something. There was no Diddy on the basketball podcast. Man, what did somebody say? That was like, whoa. June said it.
I forgot so fast. I just listened to it when I was finishing the edit. I know you said something that you said how, I'm not going to go into it because that was off air. But but you'll see it. You'll hear it in the last 5 minutes of the show.
Okay. Yeah, man. But I was telling Pay, Big G, about Ma yesterday. What he said yesterday.
It was ridiculous. Wow. It was ridiculous, man.
He said my childish co-host, nah, bro, that had to be recognized.
Yeah. He was reckless with his lips yesterday.
Whoa.
Reckless. Reckless lips. Reckless, man. Reckless.
Yeah, specifically with his lips, what he said.
Yep. Facts. Just reckless, man.
Sunday Night Football was good for him. So, maybe, he was feeling himself a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, this was before Monday Night Football.
Oh, wow.
Sunday Night Football.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No
so let's go ahead and take a quick break. If you watch me on YouTube, Afton, thank you for joining us. Well, we're not going nowhere. We're gonna just take a quick pause for the calls. Big G came up with those rhymes yesterday. And we'll be right back after this and get to the weekend breakdown of the week that was in the NFL, Week 16. So we'll be right back after this. And we're back on the No Cap recap. And like we like to say, we're about to give it to you straight, no chaser, as far as the games this weekend. So let's jump right into it, Pay. And Big G, just follow me because really the scoreboard, I think it's in order, but we're just going to go from Thursday night all the way through, and then we'll finish with this Monday Night Football game that is an absolute blowout.
Yep.
So the first game of the week was, I believe, the Thursday night game. That would have been the Broncos and the Chargers.
Yep.
So that was a good game. There was a lot of playoff implications in that game too.
Yeah.
So, the Chargers and Broncos are tied in record, but I think the Chargers own the tiebreaker because they beat the Broncos 2 times. Justin Herbert looked really good. And y'all tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm the Chargers, no matter what they do, this playoff run, I got to get Justin Herbert some weapons. He looked like he's ready to go.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
What did you guys think about that game, and what do you think about the Chargers in general?
The Chargers is going to be a dangerous playoff team, bro. They're going to be a dangerous playoff team just because they have an outstanding defense. In my opinion, they have a top 5 defense when they're healthy.
They're going on the road though, Big G, but defense wins on the road.
Yeah, when healthy, they have a top 5 defense. And so between that, but offensively, you hit the nail on the head. They don't have enough weapons. I mean, that kid from TCU, that Jenkins kid or Johnson, whatever his name is, wide receiver out of TCU, he's coming along.
Quentin Johnson or something like that?
Yeah. Lad McConkey is not a bad wide receiver, but they just don't have enough offensive weapons. But Herbert can go. I mean, Herbert's legitimately showing that he's got potential to enter that top 5 or crack that top 5 as a quarterback. So shout out to the Chargers, man. The Chargers going to be a hard team to beat. They're really going to be a hard team to beat.
Okay. Hey, what's your thoughts on the Chargers? I know you rolling with Herbert came alive at the right time for your fantasy football team.
He had a very good game, but he's had a pretty decent season. And shout out to my co-host Q, who was pointing this out. I wasn't trying to believe him because he was saying he was trying to put him in the elite category for the season. But Herbert's been playing some excellent technical ball all season. And you saw in this game, it wasn't the passes. He made plays with his legs, right? He made the right plays at the right time and got crucial first down in the second half. After they had something like a shootout in the first half, Denver kept having all these explosive plays, not necessarily because of Bo Nix's arm, but they kept scoring. So the defenses, on their back heels and come back in that second half. Herbert's steady arm, steady pace, and as I said, getting crucial first downs when they necessarily needed to keep Denver off the field. That helped them solidify that big comfort behind win. So shout out to them because as you also put out, this did have a lot of playoff implications, and more so than just the 2 teams on the field. There's a team in the AFC North who was watching this game very closely.
Facts.
And they wanted Denver to win.
Mm-hmm.
No, they didn't. No. They want the team that I'm talking about, Cincinnati. They needed LA to win.
No, I'm saying they would have wanted Denver to win. So the Chargers, who would have the last spot, would be 8-7, and Cincinnati would be. So that's the only team. I mean, Cincinnati need both Denver and the Chargers to lose both games.
All they need is one spot. So now that Denver lost that game, right? So and Denver still has to play Kansas City again at the end of the season. So there's an opening. If Cincinnati can win out, they get that spot.
That's facts.
But Denver got to lose both games too.
They already lost one. And I think isn't Denver still on Cincinnati's schedule?
They are. They play this week, and they're 9-6, and Cincinnati is what are they? 15 games. Are they 7-8?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a chance, but it's a slim chance.
All they gotta do is win out. They control their dust. They went out. They got a shot. They need Kansas City. They need some help from Kansas City, and Kansas City likes to beat up on their division foes. So we'll see.
Yeah, but they could have home field locked up and sit back and rest Patrick Mahomes and catch that L and be cool too, though.
True. So we're gonna need
Pittsburgh to take care of business on Christmas with Kansas City to make them have to play. And then Cincinnati had to beat Pittsburgh the last game of the year for them to get in. But we get to Cincinnati and Pittsburgh and everybody else. So do we think the Chargers are a serious threat in the playoff? Not a contender, but a threat.
Yeah. First round victory for sure. They could easily get it on the road. Defense travels, man. Defense travels. Yeah. Easily.
I don't think so. I don't think they're a threat or contender or anything like that. I think they're a cool story. They hadn't made the playoffs in 3 seasons. I think it's nice that they got a first year head coach, even though he's been here before, Mr. Harbaugh. I think that's cool that they're gonna get back to the playoffs, but I don't think it goes any. I don't think it extends further than that.
Okay.
But J.K. Dobbins, his 21-day window did open today, so maybe.
Facts.
Okay, that can really help him in a playoff run. Then the Saturday games, we had the first game was the Texans visiting the Chiefs. The Chiefs get the win 27-19. Well, so it was a good game. I mean, decent game. Tank Dell gets injured for the season. He's out. The Texans picked up Deontay Johnson today because they are receiver hungry, thirsty.
Boo-boo.
Patrick Mahomes not a big game, just orchestrating the W. The Chiefs go to 14-1 with 2 games to play. The next closest team, Buffalo, has 3 losses. So in order for them to get home field, they need Kansas City to drop the last 2, and they win. They win the next 2, Buffalo, because they have the tiebreaker against Kansas City because they beat them head-to-head.
Facts.
So what do you guys think about this game?
I think this game was emblematic of why Houston is possibly the worst division leader in that conference, if not all of football. They make a lot of errors. They had CJ Stroud had too many. He had 2 interceptions, right? He got chased out of the pocket too many times. He was rushed on the throw too many times. They had too many flags. That's just not going to cut it for a team that's trying to advance in the playoffs. In playoff stages, they're trying to take that next step in their evolution. Not like this. They got to clean that up. And as of right now, the bodies that's piling up on the offensive side of the ball. It may just not be their season.
Agreed, Pay. If I'm the Houston Texans, I invest my first and second round draft pick in offensive linemen. They have to protect Stroud because they have the weapons. I mean, Tank is probably done for next season. They'll pick a receiver probably up in free agency, but Nico is that guy. Dalton Schultz is a really good player. The running back is a really good running back. CJ Stroud is that guy. But if you don't have the offensive line to help him, they're not going to do what they need to do. So the Chiefs, I just want to say this about Kansas City, man. I just don't believe – I think that the Cinderella slipper is going to eventually run out on them. They can't keep winning one-possession games the way that they're winning one-possession games. It just won't happen. And I think that they realize that. Now, they have a massive amount of offensive weapons. I was looking at what they have. Juju and D-Hop and Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy and Kelsey and 3 running backs. They got a lot of weapons. So Mahomes will continue to manage the game. But I just think that they're going to have to play better defense and play more vertical threat offense to continue with this, because right now teams are starting to lightweight figure him out, and that's why Mahomes is getting a lot of hits, because they can't keep protecting him the way that they're trying to protect him.
Okay, yeah, no, I agree with you both on all your points. Kansas City can't keep winning all these close games. I mean, if they go into the playoffs and still playing like this, somebody gonna pop them.
Facts.
You know, that's just what's going to happen. So, yeah. So they actually play on Christmas Day also. All the teams that play Saturday. So the Texans play the Ravens. Now, speaking of the Ravens Steelers played the second game on Saturday. It was a 34-17 game, Ravens. Big G, your thoughts on this game? Your team, my team, we lost. What's your thoughts on this game?
I actually went back and watched the All-22 film today, and we got a lot of issues, man. The main issue is this, and I want to be perfectly clear. Our struggles are yes, Russell Wilson played, to me, a horrible game. He going back and look at it, he held onto the ball entirely too long. He took too many sacks. We know how he fumbled on the 2. We know how he threw the pick 6. Yeah, we know. But we have issues with Mason McCormick. When I'm telling you, he is getting progressively worse at that guard position. He just looks lost out there, man. He had so many timely blocks that really just smoked the offense. And in some ways, he makes Jones even look worse than what Jones is at times. Now, I think we're getting solid play from Frazier. Dan Moore played a pretty decent game, and Suamalu played a good game. But the issue is, with the amount of injuries that we had and not even having the really vertical threat that we needed, we wasn't going to keep pace with the Ravens, man. And the Ravens were able to capitalize on our turnovers where we weren't able to capitalize on theirs. So, we knew that coming in the game, we was going to get a heavy dose of Derrick Henry. And it went down exactly like we said. Henry almost had 25 carries, heavy dose of him. They were trying to play keep away with the ball, but the turnovers from Russell Wilson and between the fumble and the pick six just smoked us, man. And we had no chance.
It took 7 off the board, and the pick six put 7 on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. And he fumbled on the 2. And they took that drive and they went down and drove and got a touchdown. So, that's big time swings in that game, man. And hopefully we're going to get a lot of guys off the schneid this week. I mean, I'm hearing Pickens, I'm hearing Elliott, I'm hearing all the guys are going to try to play, Justin, everybody. But until we get improved offensive line play, especially from McCormick, I mean, I'm going to say this on record now. Whatever it takes to sign Daniels, signing, whatever it takes, because he's a serviceable offensive guard. McCormick is not that answer.
He's proved more by not playing than he could have played.
Yeah. We gotta solidify that offensive line, man. We have to.
Okay. Pay, your thoughts on the Ravens' victory?
The big fine.
I echo almost everything that Big G said. I mean, the Steelers gave this game away to the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, the Ravens take nothing away from them. They played a great game, especially on offense. Lamar looking at MVP himself. He actually threw his first legit interception all season in this game,
nice.
And it didn't really hurt him because the defense, Marlon Humphrey came right back and had that pick six. A similar play. Russell threw a similar bad pass that what Lamar did a few plays earlier, but this one went to the house. Derrick Henry, every time I looked up, he was rumbling down to the 10. Just that type. It was that type of show for them for Pittsburgh. Baltimore, I think they're tied in the division now.
They are too.
Yeah,
tied in the division now, and they're tied in head to head. And
Pittsburgh has a tiebreaker right now. If Pittsburgh wins out, they control their own destiny.
Right. Pittsburgh going to 2-game losing streak, and now I got the defending champs. I did see a comment in the live chat that I did think was a good question. What's more concerning, Russell Wilson's fumble or the defense giving up a 96-yard drive right after that?
Russell Wilson's fumble. The defense was already gassed.
I knew by the tenor of that question who it was from.
Yeah. The defense was gassed, man. Yeah. The defense at that point of the game, go back and look, the defensive was gassed. They had hands on hips. They were tired. On that next drive, actually, is when Joey Porter Jr. got hurt. And I'm hearing that it could be a lot worse than what they're saying about it. They ran Corey Trice in there, was just now getting some field experience. So I wasn't so much worried about it as far as with the defense, but they were tired. And so, moving forward, we got to get those pivotal pieces back on defense. Larry Ogunjobi, Elliott, we got to get those guys back on the field.
Elliott is a key piece, especially in the run game.
Yeah.
Especially in the run game. But to get back almost to full strength sounds like minus Joey Porter Jr. And if you gotta let him sit until playoffs, that's what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Gas in the second quarter, Claude, because Derrick Henry controlled the game. Not even Lamar Jackson. Derrick Henry controlled the game. Lamar Jackson threw for 1 touchdown and 206, pretty pedestrian numbers. Russ had a better game than Lamar Jackson.
Lamar had 3 touchdowns.
Get out of here.
No,
Lamar was out there killing him. Yeah, Lamar was out there killing him. I know for a fact he threw one to Mark Andrews. Matter of fact, I think he threw 2 to Mark Andrews.
One to Mark, one to Bateman, and another one to I'm blanking.
Did Zay get one?
I don't think Zay got a touchdown.
Derrick Henry got one. I think a receiving one.
I don't think so. I think he may have ran one in, but I'm blanking on it. Maybe I know Bateman. Maybe it was
Isaiah Likely.
Yeah, Likely had the first one. He had the first touchdown.
Yeah, Isaiah Likely had one. Bateman had one, and Mark Andrews had one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, three touchdowns for Lamar. But like I said, Derrick Henry, man, he controlled the pace of the game. Tate is right.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, Derrick Henry controlled the pace of that game. But like I said, the defense was exhausted. They was exhausted, man.
Yeah, and at one point the Steelers were down 3 out of 4 starters in the secondary. Porter was out, tried to come back, couldn't come back. Deshaun Elliott was out, and Dante Jackson was out. 3 starters gone.
Mm-hmm.
Beanie Bishop out there just getting picked on.
Yeah.
He let Bateman get away from him.
But, you know, like I said, it's injuries, and it's unfortunate, man, that the injuries are catching the Steelers at the end of the season. You know, everybody goes through it, but we've had pivotal injuries, man. You know, so we'll see. We'll see if we can put it together. You know, hopefully, I think against Kansas City, with guys being healthier, I think we have an opportunity to beat the Chiefs. But what talking about for next season or through the playoff run, without having those offensive line pieces that we need. Troy Polamalu's out. Daniels is out. Man, that's a lot going on right there, man. And we need that. And we need to draft offensive linemen next year as well. I mean, I'm all in on now offensive linemen in the first round. I know we need defensive line help, but we need another offensive lineman, man. Got to have it, man. Got to have it.
I think we need a receiver, too.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay, next up game. Not much to say about this game. I'll just say, what do you guys think of the Giants 7, the Falcons 34 down in the dirty? I'll just ask what you guys thought about Michael Penix Jr.
Decent premiere, nothing spectacular. They leaned heavy on Bijan. They tried to protect him because I think they still have an opportunity to make the playoffs. But nothing spectacular for his debut. Nothing. Bijan had a really good game.
They're tied with Tampa Bay. Tampa lost last night to Dallas, so they're tied.
Yeah.
And the Falcons are in first place, I believe. They beat Tampa twice this year.
Yeah, they did. That's facts. Absolutely.
That defense helped that rookie out a lot in this game. I think they had 2 defensive scores in this game. I know Jesse Bates, former AFC North tormentor from the Cincinnati Bengals. He had a 55-yard interception touchdown. And Matt Judon, he was also former Baltimore Raven. He had a touchdown from the defensive side. That helped. That pretty much speaks to the game because, as you see, the Giants only scored 7 points, and it sounds like Michael Penix. This job is his to stay because they're not going back to Kirk no matter what happens.
Yeah, they're going to cut Kirk. They're going to cut him. $100 million off the books. They're gonna cut him before January.
Oh no, $100 million off the books, but that cap hit gonna be real.
Oh yeah, it's real. But they're gonna do it. I mean, we've seen it already happen. You know, when Russell,
yes,
they cut.
Yes,
Deshaun's next. Deshaun Watson's next.
I've been saying monkey see, monkey do league. Once one team say, you know, we'll take the cap hit, everybody else, you're not safe anymore. Kirk, you're up next, and guess what, Deshaun? Play with it if you want to, but don't do that. We've seen what you do. Don't do that.
No Diddy. No Diddy. Can't be out there playing with it.
No.
No Diddy.
All right, the next game is Pay will let you take this one and let Big G comment after. The Lions 34 and the Bears 17.
Lions scored on almost every possession in the first half. They would have scored on the 6th possession to end the first half if it wasn't a 65-yard field goal attempt. The defense, ever since they fired Matt Eberflus, the defense has given up at least 30 points every game. That's facts. 3 straight games of 30 or more given up by the defense. And it is not that they're playing good offenses. The defenses just ain't coming to play. That's the big story from the game. There's a lot of highly paid defensive players on this team, highly decorated players on this team, and I can't tell you where they are on the tape. I watched all 22 today. As I was getting ready for our review, that should hit the airway. That should hit your podcast aggregators tomorrow morning. And I can't tell you where Tremaine Edmonds is on the tape. Jalen Johnson is getting silly flags, and that's leading to touchdowns. Everybody's still picking on Tyreek Stevenson. We can't get any decent pressure on any quarterback. Defense is just getting smoked out there. Caleb Williams, shout out to him. He is climbing those charts of Bears QB numbers. However, I want to congratulate him for looking spicy out there Sunday, but a lot of that stuff in the second half, they were playing prevent. Detroit won that. Detroit said, we won this game already. We don't care. Do what you want. But the game was a wrap. 34-17. Bears never stood a chance.
That's facts, man. Hey, listen. So I'm just gonna say this, man. If I'm the Bears, whatever amount of free agent money you have available, you need to invest in offensive linemen. And if you need your first round draft pick needs to be offensive lineman. If Caleb's going to be your guy, especially with the new coach coming in, and you're going to make the decision, okay, we're going to ride with him, you got to protect him. You have to protect him, man. And their offensive line play is horrible. They are horrible, man. And it's almost scary because the investments that they needed to make, they didn't make it. They made it in splash players versus linemen that can protect supposedly a franchise quarterback. So that's mishandling. That's mishandling. And you got to get some offensive linemen, man. Got to. Pay looking around like, hey, it's just facts, man. Got to tell the truth. Got to tell the truth. That offensive line is horrid, man.
It sounds like you've been listening. It sounds like you've been listening to somebody I know.
Nah, actually, I've been watching the games a little bit, man. Trying to pay attention to them. And I was looking at their line. I was like, man, who's got a worse line? The Steelers or them? Because the lines are horrible. Yeah, the lines are horrible, man.
Caleb's been sacked almost 60 times. It ain't the Steelers line that's up for debate. It's definitely Chicago.
Okay, well, that's one of the most rational Bears takes I heard G have. I do think they need line help. I'm wondering if they're going to sign Ken Allen back.
No, let him walk.
They should let him walk. Don't leave none of this cap space. Again, for the third year in a row, the Bears are going to have a lot of cap room. They do not need to spend any cap room on the wide receivers. They don't need that. They need linemen. We have 4 linemen that should not be starters in this league, right? Keenan Allen, even though his best handful of games this season has been under Thomas Brown, the interim head coach, but that's not enough. Maybe that is maybe something his agent would say. Hey, look, we turned it on with old boy. I mean, if he stays, we probably be better next season. Okay, go be better somewhere else. You're 30, 34, and you're gonna want what, 20 something odd a year? Can't do it, buddy.
Oh no, he'd have to take a pay cut. I mean, he had to come in around 12. Would you keep him?
12? For 12, possibly, but I doubt somebody of his stature would take that severe of a pay cut. He's getting 20. I think he's the highest paid. No, he's the second highest paid receiver in the league now. I think he's getting paid 23 a year already.
Yeah, facts. He is. He's up there.
Second highest paid in the league. They ain't no second highest paid in the league.
He said on the team. On the team.
Yeah.
He came in when he was acquired. He was the highest paid receiver on the team, but now that DJ got re-signed, now he's the second highest. Yeah, he's getting paid over 24. So that's a severe pay cut. I can't see him doing that.
Okay. Well, he's getting older.
Shows.
I mean, sometimes you take what you can get. If it's 2 year 25, finishing out with a quarterback you got a rhythm with, then that's what you do. But we'll see. That's to be talked about. Real quick, Panthers Cardinals. Excuse me. Not much to talk about. Let's keep it moving. Go ahead. Panthers lose. Panthers win.
Yes, a lot to talk about. The Panthers, I've been telling you, and Claude's been saying it too. Panthers been sneaky good to close up the end of the season.
Well, the Cardinals, I'd say the Cardinals are more bad than the Panthers are good. I mean, I think the Panthers have played better.
I don't know. Watching the end of that game, I don't know if that was a story I took for them. The Cardinals are now eliminated from playoff contention. But the Panthers, that boy Chuba Hubbard, man, he different. Yeah. He won. He got a clutch gene. He got a clutch gene.
He's top 5 in the league, Pay.
No, top 5 running back. That's too much dip on the chip, G.
Top 5 in the league, running back.
He wasn't even better than Counterpart. He's not better than James Conner.
Stop it, man. He's top 5 in the league, man.
All you gotta do is look at the numbers. Look at the numbers from yesterday, even.
No, Chuba Hubbard won that matchup yesterday. He had 150 in the game in a walk-off tutty. But no, if you have let's do this fantasy draft style. If you have a fantasy draft, you're not drafting Chuba Hubbard over James Conner. I drafted Chuba in a league, but I was scraping the barrel when I did it, and I'm so happy I got him. I'm in the championship in that league as well. Chuba Hubbard has been a dog all season, and Bryce Young, he's been coming around the last 6 or so weeks. He's pretty decent. When he gets a little stability on that offense. They upgrade some pieces. Bryce Young gonna come around.
Chuba Hubbard is currently ranked 5th in the NFL with 1,195 yards rushing. He's 1 yard behind Bijan Robinson, who's in 4th, and he's 50 yards behind Williams, the running back out of the Rams. Chuba Hubbard is a top 5 running back in the NFL right now on a horrible team. Chuba Hubbard is really that guy.
He's had a good season, but he also has 4 mid-seasons in front of this. So I'm not going to go that far. I'm happy for his glow up. Let me just say that.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. Where we lost the big audio? Where's the Tate boy Fresh at? Where'd he go?
I'm here. I said what I was saying was the Rams beat the Jets 19-9. I love when the Jets lose. The Jets are officially out. They probably were out before that. I just know now they're definitely out. But yeah, not even a game worth mentioning. The Jets scored. Then they scored 3 field goals. Weren't really good. Didn't look good. They need a coach. They need a quarterback. They need to hit the reset button on whatever they got going on.
Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders. Welcome to New York. Either the Giants or the Jets.
There is some thought that, Aaron Rodgers does come back, but I think they do need a divorce because the Aaron Rodgers experiment, as I stated when it happened, is not going to work. They need to get rid of that and go do something, go in a different direction. He's a diva. He takes attention away. He got the locker room all in disarray. Move on. And as always, as you saw this season, they have, and as you see, it's typical of bad teams. They have no consistency. They had their best game of this year last week. Think that's going to carry over? Absolutely not. You got, as you said, 3 field goals this game, Tate. 3. That's SNF. The Rams defense ain't all that. I mean, they have a front 7 that can maybe give you pressure, maybe give you issues. Definitely on the front line with Jerry Verse. But their defense isn't that type of doesn't have that type of talent that you can actually walk away from a game with 3 field goals and say, you know what, we tried our best. No, not with offensive weapons like Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson. It's just this whole team needs a redo button, like that Stables commercial. Let's hit the button for easy because they ain't got it right now. Fast forward to the offseason.
Facts.
With you. Eagles Commanders. Eagles end up losing 36-33. Was a good game. Eagles fans, Jalen Hurts goes out, I believe, in the first quarter. Killed my fantasy team.
11 plays into the game.
11 plays into the game, and from there they were up 14-0. He had the ball inside to 15 or 10, and Kenny Pickett comes in, gets a touchdown. Then they only, to finish Jalen Hurts' drive, then they only get 9 points the rest of the game. End up losing to the Commanders.
Kenny Pickett ended up getting hurt. They both got hurt. Kenny Pickett got hurt too at the end of that game.
Oh.
Well, they took a big, like I said, everybody got injuries, but the one position you don't need to lose is quarterback.
I gotta feel like Jalen Hurts will be back next week. I mean, I don't have any concerns about him.
I don't know. We, and concussions are, we'll see. We'll see on Tuesday.
Tricky.
Yeah. Concussion protocol.
Devontae Smith with a big drop.
Yeah.
Big drop. Would have sealed the game for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Facts. Total
big
facts.
Drop. Definitely big drop. But the Commanders, Jaden Daniels is not just a guy, not a jag. He's an ag. He's a guy. So,
he's the guy. He's Himothy.
That's his fourth quarter game-winning drive of his rookie season. I mean, shout out to that. Having 3 of those in your rookie season, that's cold. That's cold. And the Eagles defense, they just dropped the ball on that in that red zone. Jamison Crowder, who I didn't know was still in the league, got right behind the safety on the back line of the end zone.
The linebacker Braun didn't drop. He's supposed to drop and cover that middle.
Didn't drop. He was able. No one stopped him on his not stopped him on his route, but like tried to knock him off his route or anything. He just got back there and became invisible. But to everybody except for Jaden Daniels, game over. And then they went for 2, just to rub it in their eye. Crazy.
Just in case something out the way happened, a field goal couldn't beat them.
1 second left on the clock. It was only one thing was going to happen.
6 seconds left when he kicked
it.
it.
Okay.
6 seconds. I mean, it was a penalty the other day. It was going to halftime with Denver and the Chargers. The Chargers got a free kick and dude nailed it. So you never know. So it means you may as well go for 2 and win by 3, win by 1. I mean, the field goal going to beat you if it's 2. Field goal beat you if it's 1. Why not go for 2 and try and guarantee at least a tie if something crazy happens?
I get it.
And I'm going to tell you what, though, the hottest name on coaching outside of Ben Johnson, Cliff Kingsbury. I'm telling you, Cliff Kingsbury get another shot.
In Chicago.
You don't need another shot.
Cliff Kingsbury's getting another, I don't know where, but he's getting a shot.
You don't need another shot to go under 500. I think listen to me, NFL GMs, give those chubby palms a rest. We see what their offensive numbers are doing. Yes, he is an offensive coordinator only. You've seen him with the big headset. You know what the results are. Don't get beside yourself. Relax. Take a deep breath. Drink some water.
All right, we're going to take one more quick break, and we're going to come back and go a little faster with these last few games. We had 20 minutes from an hour. We're trying to keep this at an hour, so we're going to keep it moving. If you're watching on YouTube, stay with us. We're not going anywhere. If you listen on audio platform, be it Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your audio podcast, we have to hear a few words from our partners. We'll be right back after this. And we're back on the No Cap Recap with the homies in the building. Check us out on Friday nights on Steel Curtain Network and Fans First Sports Network, where we do the homies broadcast and the homies overtime right after. So check us out. If you like the content you get here from a Monday night, well, actually a week by week football wrap up show, check us out on those other shows because it's a lot of fun. These guys keep good content, good info coming. Don't be surprised by a hot take, and don't be surprised if somebody says something crazy. So check us out. Hey, so keeping it moving, man, NFL had a full schedule because everybody's finally had their bye. So we had 16 games this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's why this is taking a little longer. Okay, Browns, Bengals. Bengals win 24-6, do what they need to do. Only thing I take from this game is that throw by Joe Burrow. He is going down. The Pilates you have to do to maintain that strength to still throw that ball.
Joe Burrow was still in his hands. That should not have been illegal. That should not have been legal.
That was a throw, Peyton. He went down.
No, he was his knee was on the ground when he let go of that ball. I agree that it was a crazy bananas throw, but come on.
If you watch that again in slow motion, his knee was not on the ground. And you don't think they reviewed that? They reviewed that.
I think they was like, you know what? We go. It's the Browns. We gonna let it rock.
The play of the week was who I played in the fantasy football championship. It had the nerve to play the Bengals defense, and they hit. What'd you say, Big G? He is playing some serious gambling games with that one.
Boy, that boy was backed in a corner somewhere, and he was hitting. He was striking, boy. 7, back door, 7, 11. That boy was striking. He was striking left and right, boy. Boy, that was a hot hand. You got to roll with the hot hand, man.
Roll scissors dice.
40 points. So the Bengals move on, keep their playoff hopes alive. They're in the hunt still. I mean, I don't think they're gonna be hunting long, but they're in the hunt still.
No, Bengals got some for those Broncos.
Okay, we'll see. And man, okay, yeah. But that game is it Sunday? Is it Sunday? Monday night games are over, I think. After tonight's game. The Colts beat the Titans 38-30. Jonathan Taylor goes off, shows he's a top 5 running back in the league, G. Still is. Better than Chuba Hubbard.
Just got to stay. He's always hurt. I mean, the best ability is availability. So can't put him in the top 5 because he always hurt. But when he's healthy, he's a dog now. Don't get me wrong. He's healthy. He's a dog.
Chuba Hubbard's first real healthy season too, and it helps with Jonathan Taylor's not dropping the ball on the 1 yard line. Titans, I can't figure this team out. The Colts, they're still in the hunt. Crazy, they're still in the hunt. They're 7-8 now, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? The Titans are not bad enough to get a quarterback. That's the whole crazy part about it. They're not going to pick in the top 5. So they're not bad enough, and they would have to spend mad draft capital to get up in the top 5. And I just don't know what they're doing. I know the NFL teams aren't supposed to tank and all whatever else, but you got to put yourself in position to get a quarterback, and they just don't have one. And that's where all their stuff starts and ends. They don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph played yesterday. He hit some passes, but it's Mason Rudolph. It's like it was. We got to see Mason Rudolph and Kenny Pickett yesterday, Big G, both in action. And we remember as Steelers fans why we weren't upset when Pittsburgh cleaned out the whole quarterback room, Mitch included.
Yeah, facts.
The
Vikings played yesterday too, didn't he?
Yeah.
He probably got in because they were smashing the Patriots. Well, they released. Nah, he ain't get in.
No, he didn't play yesterday. No, he didn't play at all.
I could have sworn he had a.
No, you know what? Josh Allen did get hurt for a couple of plays. He did play for a little bit. Pay, you're right. He did play. Josh Allen's hand got hurt.
Yeah, Mitch sucks.
Yeah.
All right, Vikings, Seahawks. I'm just gonna take from this game the Vikings are real. They won a close game against a playoff team as it stands now on the road, beat the Seahawks. I thought at some point, probably 4 games ago, that the Vikings bubble was going to bust, that pumpkin coach was going to turn back to a pumpkin, and that Cinderella would be walking around in her house shoes. But that's not the case.
Yeah, they legit.
I mean, the issue is they got their defensive coordinator is a monster, And I understand that the Steelers had him for a special consultant, but bro, Austin got to go. And whatever we got to do to get him out of Minnesota, get him. Go pay him and bring him in, man. That dude, man, when I'm talking about he dials it up, constant pressure from the Vikings defense on whoever they play. They go after and literally try to kill the quarterback that they play against. And he don't care. He don't care if he got to send 5 or 6. He's coming after you, bro. So their defense is what's kept them in this. Their offense is good. I mean, they got the best wide receiver in all NFL, but their defense, man, is unbelievable. So whatever we got to do as a Steeler fan, we had him as a consultant. Let's go get him back and bring him in as the DC and Tomlin get out the way. Let Brian Flores do what he got to do. Because he dials it up, bro. He dials it up, man.
I don't think he's going to take a lateral move, G.
Pay him.
Not with this. You will have to pay him a lot for him to keep the same position and move his team again. I mean, move his family again.
Yeah.
So the next game, I think, was the Patriots-Bills.
Yeah, I think so.
Patriots was the next game. It was. Go ahead. 24-21 Bills.
I like the fact that the Patriots kept it close. They started this game up 14-0, I think.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they were controlling this game for the most of the first half, but obviously, the Patriots are not a good team. Jared Mayo may be a one-and-done coach. And
him and Antonio Pierce will go coach somebody's linebacker room next year.
I can see that. Antonio Pierce keep going the way he's going. He might not be anybody's coach ever again. The Patriots, they show fight at least. They show that they're at least getting some type of coaching throughout the week, other than some other bad teams that I've been noticing. The Bills, Josh Allen, a tepid game. James Cook had a really good game. He the one that broke the seal on the Bills scoring this game. I think he had like a 51-yard touchdown run early in the second quarter to get the ball rolling for the Buffalo's offense. And again, you understand how these things are going. The Bills are going to win this game. Yeah, they own this division until otherwise proven.
Yeah, I agree, Pay, but Josh Allen's hurt, bro.
It's not going to be otherwise. I mean, long as you rolling with Tua and Aaron Rodgers until Drake May comes into his own, probably another season or two away.
Yeah.
Josh Allen owns the division, just like Ben Roethlisberger used to own the AFC North.
Yeah, but he's hurt though, y'all. He had I'm reading the description. They said he had a major elbow contusion and that he lost feeling in his right hand between 5 and 10 minutes after suffering the elbow the contusion. And they said that the hand that he broke week 1, his left hand, it got messed up again. So, here it is once again, injuries. And last I checked, the quarterback cannot play unless they got a left or right hand. And he's not going to be able to keep playing the way he's playing and taking those hits. He takes a lot of hits as a quarterback. And that amazes me because Lamar doesn't take hits. But he takes hits for whatever reason and gets cracked. So got to get down, got to save and protect your hands, man.
Because he's a big guy. He thinks he can take hits. But those hits wear on you. Ask Cam Newton, ask Ben Roethlisberger. Lamar Jackson, no, he better juke somebody, get out of bounds or slide down or something like that. He knows that. So that is the difference to me. Jaguars, Raiders. Raiders get a win on the strip at home in Vegas, 19-14 against the Jags. What are the Raiders doing, man? They messing up the lottery balls for Shedeur Sanders.
Being big trash. That's what they doing. And Antonio Pierce trying to convince the ownership that they shouldn't fire him. But they need a quarterback. And maybe they feel they like Cam Ward. I don't know. But I know 2 quarterbacks is going in the first round. So maybe they're investing in Cam versus Shedeur. Who knows? But I know NFL teams are supposed to win, but no, not this time of year, man.
I don't know who they are, Big G, but 2 more quarterbacks than the 2 you said going in the first round.
No way. I'll bet corner time on that.
All right. You also, earlier in the year, bet Carson Beck will be the number 1 overall pick. I remember you saying that.
Well, he's not going to see. Carson Beck just got breaking news. I don't know if you guys didn't watch it. He's on IR. He might not even play at the beginning of next season.
He got to go, don't he?
Yeah, unless he takes a medical red shirt.
Because he got hurt in the last game of the year?
Man, when the NC2A rules are now, man, everything goes. When the NC2A rules are, man, anything goes. He could possibly get a medical red shirt. We'll see. We'll see how his petition goes to the NC2A.
Dolphins versus 49ers. Dolphins win 29-17. Pay, where are the 49ers
at? In the trash bin. They definitely going to the playoffs. I think their season
are they in the trash bin not to come out next year?
I said it all off season. I thought this season was their last dance. That's why they did what they had to do. They paid Ayuk and they paid Trent Williams and what they had to do because they knew the bag is going to explode. They got to pay Brock now this offseason. They got to get rid of Debo and some other stuff.
Quarterbacks deserve to be paid.
Yes, he's a starting quarterback in the league. Got to get paid.
Brock Purdy is adios muchachos. Dog.
They're not going to cut Brock Purdy. You think a franchise like the 49ers, a franchise underneath John Lynch, they're not going to reset to that level just yet again. As long as they got Kyle Shanahan, they're trying to win.
What if Kyle Shanahan say, bring Sam Darnold back? We can give him $25 a year, two years, $50 million, and then we can see if he works. He's only 26 years old. See if he works. If he don't, then we really ready to get somebody. I don't see Purdy. I don't see paying Purdy $40-45 million a year.
No way, Jose.
Purdy's definitely his mark is way higher than $45 million.
You know what I mean? I don't know what you said.
His mark is higher than 45 because $45 million is like the low end for a starting quarterback.
Exactly.
To that point,
they really got 33.
To that point, saying you're not gonna get Sam Darnold.
Is Baker better than Purdy?
Yes.
Okay. So how come Brock Purdy deserves more than 45?
Because Baker's not signing his deal this offseason.
Man, there's no way that the 49ers are going to pay Brock Purdy, man. Brock Purdy's on the street, bro.
They're going to retain
He's on the street. Okay. There's no way they're going to do it.
I don't think that they it's existential, like they have to, but they're definitely going to. Right? You've seen how they act when anybody else puts their feet, presses them. Nick Bosa pressed them, they paid him. Brandon Ayuk pressed them, they paid him. Debo pressed them a few years ago. They paid him. Trent Williams pressed him last season too. They paid him.
Yeah, now you got to stop. You can't do it the most important position on the team. You can't say, I bet Dallas wish they didn't get Dak $60 million, but they see what Cooper Rush is doing.
Oh, again, Cooper Rush, flash and mirrors, right? Don't think he can do this he can do that for the whole season.
I'm not saying Cooper Rush would be the guy, but what I'm saying is he's showing that, man, we get a good solid quarterback in here that's not making $60 million, we can win.
So what you're advocating is for breaking the union, reducing salaries around the league. I don't think that's going to work, Tate. Ronald Reagan likes your ideas, but I don't think it's going to work.
So you think you think the market just continues to rise and rise, and at no point does the bubble pop.
The bubbles, I mean, it all depends on salaries that the NFL as a league is making. As long as the league's still churning out hundreds of billions, well, not hundreds of billions, but $30 billion a year, the salary's going to keep rising. And those focal points of all teams, the quarterbacks, they're going to keep getting paid.
The issue with the 49ers and why they won't pay him is because their 53-man roster key pieces are getting old. Yeah. George Kittle is old. Trent Williams is old. Deebo Samuel is getting old.
Yeah.
They got to replenish.
They got to get rid of them, pay Brock their money, and then get cheaper at those positions. That's how you do that. Move the money around.
I don't know about that, bro. Because Brock Purdy is not a force multiplying quarterback.
I don't think he is either. But guess what? He ain't gonna be the first quarterback that's not a force multiplier to get paid. He ain't gonna be the last either.
When money moves, the production got to move with the money. And Brock Purdy's not that guy that's going to say, come on, production, come with me without Debo, without Ayuk, without Christian McCaffrey. Who knows what's going to happen with him? Brock Purdy need those guys, man.
Of
Just
course.
like you paid Dak. And he need people too. He needed Zeke's running game to really compete. He needs CeeDee Lamb. It used to be they had to bring in what's his name for the Bills now? Amari Cooper, just to get that going in the beginning.
I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I am saying that when they have a team with him at the quarterback, they're in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I don't think you roll the dice and say you can do that with anybody.
McCaffrey and Kittle and Ayuk and Debo, not gonna work.
You're naming a bunch of guys. You're naming a bunch of guys. I think they get off a lot of those guys this offseason. They have a lot more money.
And if you move those star players, even though they're older, Brock Purdy's not going to be that guy.
I don't disagree. But you can also, in that system, you can find more. You can find newer, cheaper guys to help prop up Brock Purdy.
What you can do is find newer, cheaper quarterback. You can bring Sam.
They tried that already. He's on the bench. He's behind Cooper Rush right now.
Yeah, but I'm saying bring in a veteran that's better than Brock Purdy for cheaper than Brock Purdy.
You're not gonna get cheaper.
They spent way too much draft capital on Trey Lance, just like y'all did on Mitch Trubisky.
You're not gonna get cheap. You're right, but you're not gonna get cheaper at that position. You can't cut corner. You can't do what the Steelers do and cut corners at quarterback. Not when you're trying to win. Sam Darnold is going to cost a lot this offseason. That's not even going to be like an easy decision to make. I'd rather pay Brock Purdy, who's 24. I'd rather give him 3-4 years at whatever number than give Sam Darnold the same amount.
But Sam Darnold wouldn't command that. So Sam Darnold, I told you, you get 2 years. You get 2 years for 60 at the most.
He's going.
You talking about paying Purdy between 50 and 60 a year?
Yeah, and Sam Darnold's going to be out there looking for the same type of money to be somebody's franchise quarterback.
If he plays through a 2-year contract and he does well, you ain't get that. But this $10 million showing with the Vikings, it ain't gonna get him that paid.
Yeah, yes.
All right, well, to be seen, and Brock Purdy will be 25 this week, and on Friday, as a matter of fact, and Sam Darnold's 26. So I wrote Sam Darnold. Cowboys beat the Buccaneers 26-24 in Dallas. Looked at a little of that game yesterday. I don't know, the Buccaneers really just I don't want to cuss or say anything bad, but yeah, they kind of They kind of F themselves.
They're a mass unit. They're a mass unit. They have major injuries, man. Major injuries. And they hung in there for them to have major injuries. I mean, no Mike Evans, no Godwin. I mean,
Mike Evans played yesterday.
Mike Evans
did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, wow. Yeah, wow. He's back. I didn't know he was back.
He's been back for about a month.
Yeah. And I'm noticing you ain't hearing nothing about him. But like I said, Dallas has got injuries too. So, at this time of year, I know they're trying to just make it serviceable, but 8-8 doesn't really help them. 8-8, they need a better draft pick, but they're going to try to win out because it's Dallas.
Yeah, give Dallas the credit. Dallas won that game. They took the game right to Tampa Bay, and shout out to them. They found out that they were eliminated before the game started, and they went out and played the best game of the season. They was out there popping pads at a high school level. Man, that was the best football game, the best defensive effort I've seen from any team in a long time, because it was just on a physicality standpoint. And Dallas was just forcing plays, forcing turnovers from Tampa Bay. Every time you looked up, they were just taking the ball from them and then knocking dudes on their backside. I'm like, shout out to Dallas. Going to the offseason with that type of role, that type of role going on, they could be. That's the type of stuff that gets you going on the momentum going into the next season and turn some things around.
Yep, got to spend some money. Got to spend some money in the offseason.
I don't disagree. And lastly, the Saints and Packers, that game ended 34-0. We started when that game was ended, and nothing really to talk about. The Packers won like we suspected. The Saints are as bad as we thought. The Packers clinched the playoff spot, a wild card for sure. That's all they're going to give us, a wild card. Not going to catch Minnesota or Detroit. So that's it. That's a wrap to the recap. You fellas got anything else to add?
No, a great week in NFL, man. We're getting down to the end of the season. It's going to be a great week this week with all the NFL games starting Wednesday on Christmas Day. It's going to be a great week of football again. And we appreciate everybody rock with us in the live chat, man. And anybody listens to us on the rewind on the audio, man. We appreciate you.
Definitely do. And with that being said, we're about to get out of here for the No Cap Recap. So we'll be back next Monday. Hopefully the cable provider to move down street a little bit and Big G can get that Verizon Fios. One more shout out to the Fios company. But Big G and myself won't, and Shannon won't be doing Pump Your Brakes on Wednesday. I think the homies, Big G may not be, but Pay and B Dirt, we're going to be on the homies on Friday. Pay. Man. Hey, live chat, everybody that listen. Y'all know the one guy that always show up. Pay got to think about what's going on Friday. We've been doing a Friday broadcast for 3 years now at least. I understand stuff happens on Friday.
I'll be there. I was missing in action last week, so I'll be there this week.
All right, that worked. So yeah, and B Dirt already said, Mortimer, I'm back. So counting on B Dirt to be there, talk about this potential Bengals run that they could go on.
I thought he said that because he got paid. No.
Oh, I thought he said it because he's like, I'm back. Mortimer, we're back. That's where I took from. See how context and how people look at stuff differently. Mm-hmm. I mean, we read the same thing in the chat, and you got that, and I got that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. So we're about to get on out of here. Big G, go ahead and plug us.
Yeah, we appreciate all you guys rocking with us. Make sure you see us on Wednesday, Fridays on the Steel Curtain Network with our 3 shows that we have. Tate already mentioned them. Make sure you watch the Know It Alls podcast on Sundays. You're on the Know It Alls channel right now. Share with a friend. Help us get to 1,000 subs. Make sure you check out my boy Payday over there on the Frustrated Chicago Bears channel. They got a lot of good shows over there. I've been actually paying attention a little bit and talking and chirping in the live chat. Make sure you check out B Dirt Running Through the Jungle, which is also a Fans First Sports Network podcast. And last but not least, make sure you watch me on Mondays on the No Cap Recap along with Tate Boy Fresh and the Level Up podcast with my boy Andy P and my girl Sarah C. We had a great conversation today about college football, and we got a good week because we've got about 10 days to that second round of the college football playoff.
Yeah, man. Pay, what about you? Pay, man. Stop holding out, man. We could use a good show. Bring Tiff on one time, man. I want to hear her perspective about the Bears and the AFC North and all that stuff, man. You got her back there just on the shelf for frustrated Chicago sports fans.
What do you mean we can use a good show? Bring on your co-host. What the hell does that mean?
That mean I like listening to her with you and Q. I mean, she kind of put y'all boys in your place.
Yeah, shout out to Tiff, but just because you're loud don't mean you're right.
Go ahead. What you plugging when we out here, Pay?
Do everything that G said. Do exactly what G said. Don't skips. Shout out, support Level Up, support Homies, support Pump Your Brakes, support Frustrated Chicago sports fans, support Running Through the Jungle, support That's Rather Cavalier, and everything else. Just, we do it for you all, especially during this holiday season.
Thanks, Pay. Yeah. And with that, everybody, we out until next time. Well, next time we talk, we'll had a couple. Well, for me and G, had a whole Steelers game in. Hopefully, we get that W.
Merry Christmas to everybody and happy holidays, man. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you guys.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, people. Appreciate everybody. So yeah, you guys have a great Christmas, great holiday, and we'll be back at you before 2025 for sure. That being said, big peace. And we out.